Hello, we're here. We're here to stay. We're live, guys, and we're waiting on Al. Al's gonna come in hot. If you don't, I ain't gonna worry about it. But we're running the show. On the show tonight, we got some gun update news, and then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the topic for the night, and we'll see you when I get back. All right. All right, I'm back, guys. So, before I do anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and got too much music going here. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the sponsors because we got some exciting news. We got some dates out for our next year's schedule, and one of the biggest things I want to talk about is the next meet and greet we're getting ready to have. So go to saberteam.com and go to the first page, and you're gonna see right on the first page, right in the bottom left hand corner, Right to Bear. Please sign up. Right to Bear is a legal protection program. If you have your fists, if you use a blunt object or a knife or a firearm, these guys will protect you, get you out of jail, get you psychological treatment, and also take care of anything that's was damaged. And here's the caveat: if you're convicted of a crime, they will also you will not have to pay them back once they bail you out and stuff. So there's an excellent program. Look it up. Use the keywords Saber and save $2 a month, and that's a huge saving per year. Also, they have this program where you can do a caveat, like if you want to have the out of state program in it, where you're covered in all 50 states. You can do that, but if you're not going to travel anywhere in all those 50 states, you can take that off and save you some money per year. So, like if you're getting ready to take a trip in a month, you can put that on, and it'll cover you in all the other states. Then you can take it off when you get back, and it'll save you, some cash if you don't want to spend the money. So with that, go ahead and click on classes at the top. And our favorite and our number one is the private 101s. And the private 101s is our biggest seller. And anybody can come out on the private 101s, beginner to advanced. Just tell us what you want to learn, and we'll teach you. Shotgun pistols. You want to come out. If you want to turn that 101 to a two-person team, you got a husband and wife team, or you got two guys or two ladies that want to work together, we can do it that way too. It's not a big deal. We can teach you guys how to fight together, how to fight individually, just how to fight with a firearm. You know what I'm saying? And also, any of the classes that are active here or it's on the sheet can be activated if you guys got three or more. And that's included semi-automatic self-defense class, the concealed carry stop the bleed class. All these classes, I got the new dates coming up for next year. I'm just trying to get them approved from the range. And we got the shotgun self-defense class, which is an excellent class. If you guys just bought these 12 gauges and you guys think you want to learn about your shotguns, this is the ideal class for you. Then we have the stop the bleed, the rifle battle medical class. That's a heavy duty class. If you bought it yourself, you get you some Amazon or some Whoosh tactical gear in the mail this year for Christmas, and you want to see if it works, you can bring it out. test it out before the big class, and you'll learn all about medical procedures and learn how to stop gunshot wounds and all this other stuff. And that's the same with the concealed carry stop the bleed class. It's the same identical thing, except you do it with pistols, and we'll show you how to triage somebody if they're getting shot. But also, if you're in a um, self defense active shooter scenario on how to react with active shooters. One of the biggest things with active shooters, you guys are keeping your guns out. And you can't do that if you're engaging with an active shooter because the police are going to come up and gun you down. Um, so we teach you how to reholster in a safe place and all this other stuff. And we got the rifle PCC class. That's the same class as the semi-automatic rifle defense class, but it's going to be geared to a little bit different. Because it's going to be geared to the biggest class, the rifle tactical gear class, at the end of the year, and that class is a heavy duty class. You guys missed out this year, and there's a class I taught on active duty, and I teach it to the private citizens. The Saber Team Tactical, I'm going to release the information about the Saber Team Tactical meet and greet class. It's not a class, but it's a meet and greet session. The tentative date and it'll be on the website, I think after this week or next week. When I get the rest of the class dates approved. April 21st is going to be on a Sunday. It's going to be rifles only, and we're going to run those rifles like they're pistols. So even if you're a beginner, and this is your first time owning a rifle, bring it out. And I still haven't went over the how many rounds we're going to use, and we'll come out there and we'll run you guys through some scenarios and shoot and have a good time. You'll really enjoy yourself. So don't be afraid. Mark that on your calendars. First time I'm releasing this information, April 21st, and it's going to be on Tactical. I haven't figured out what they haven't given us what bay is going to be on yet. So, and from there, we got the end of the year. I just did the laser engraving. There's a small video on the leather patches that I make, and some other the items that I make. I don't have a website for the laser engraving, but if you need portraits or anything done for yourself, I don't do firearms. And just hit me up, saberteamtactical@gmail.com. And we'll go from there. And that's it on the sponsorship. Also, too, we are on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Kick, and we're on Rumble. And thank you, WK, for being on YouTube and Rumble. Like WK does. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, go to Rumble, open it up on Rumble, and give us a thumbs up on Rumble. Then if you're on Rumble, go to YouTube, open it up on a separate page, and give us a thumbs up on YouTube. And it helps us in the long run. We see you guys are in Rumble supporting us. I still need you guys to go to the 2 Alpha Talks page and subscribe to that page. We need to build up that page and try to get this thing growing. And because it's going to be a wild ride coming in 2024. And there's a lot of things that's already happening that's building up to 2024. And we're going to try to be around and share a lot of news and stuff with you guys for 2024. One of the things I want to bring up, and this will probably be my last time talking about it, because a lot of you guys are just not paying attention to this stuff. And Newsweek on December 7th put out ammo prices are set to rise substantially. And they're basing this off from the letter that was put out from a company saying the shotgun shells are going to go up from 1% to 7%. Rifles, handguns, even handguns alone, 22, 1% to 5%. WMR and HMR, 1% to 7%. Primers are going to go up 5%, and powder is going to go up 10%, and it's going to probably be on a limited ability. This is going to happen because the war in Ukraine is going on, and if we get kicked off into a World War III, like this government is trying to push us into, and it's going to be some all the ammunition is basically going to be dedicated to that. So if you're not buying now, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? This is going to hit January 1st. So it's my last time talking about it. I'm trying to tell you guys, and a lot of guys ain't listening. And when you do try to tell some of the people locally, they just look at you like you're crazy. So what's going to happen is going to happen at this point. I know I'm prepared. I know certain people I know who also are prepared, and um, that's on you. All right. Um, I mean, you can only talk so much, and if they don't, people just don't listen. It doesn't really make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that was happening in the world was, which is funny because the a lot of you guys in you liberal cities um, believe in anti-gun, and you don't believe in guns. And a lot of you guys, especially you older and religious, and a lot of the congregations, they sit up there and they organize buyback programs for guns and trying to get those guns off the street. I don't know why they do it to the community that's law-abiding citizens. It's really not making any sense. If they really had some gall, they'll go out there on the streets and confront the gang members and try to take their guns, but they won't do that. So, like WK said, wake up, people, big time ammo shortage is coming, and it's coming. Yeah, it's coming fast. It's right around the corner, you know. And 5.56 9mm is already running out, so it's just a matter of time before it dries up completely, and you guys are going to be panicking, and you're going to get raped at a lot of these gun stores and gun shops. Especially, they're going to be charging you $35-$40 for a box of 20 rounds. It's going to be funny. I'm just going to sit back and laugh. And but as I was saying, these community leaders are doing nothing but raping you guys over the coals with these gun buyback programs. You go out, you may have a gun that you paid $200-$300 for, and they're gonna give you $75, or they're gonna give you an Amazon gift card, and saying they're cleaning up the streets. You're not a criminal, so how are you cleaning up the streets? You know what I'm saying? They just taking good law-abiding citizens' guns away and forcing them to be unarmed in a violent, crazy environment. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's pretty doggone stupid. But an article came out in the New York Times. Let me pull up the article real quick. And let me get to the date. This article came out on December 10th, today. And it's going to blow your mind. It's kind of funny. It is kind of funny. All right. So the article is guns we say to be destroyed. Instead, they were reborn. So basically what the article is saying, what's happening like in Flint, Michigan, was announced that in September, 68 weapons were collected in a gun buyback program and would be incinerated, and according to the city. But the city's policies is they never resell firearms at all, and they will continue to stop gun violence. But what they're finding out, that the city, the police departments are all in cahoots with working together and reselling these firearms to a firearms dealer out of the state, in another community, these guns are being bought and sold to be put back on the street to by legal citizens. So basically, I can go in there and buy stuff, online, gun broker. You got a lot of the online sales when you're buying used guns. Some of these guns may be from there when they buy a lot. You know what I'm saying? And but some of the guns are like the vintage firearms. Like if you have a firearm that's from World War II, or the Korean War or something of that nature, those guns will not be disassembled. They can be sold as whole. Okay. So what they're doing is taking some of these guns. Let me go down to the bottom here. And so what they're doing is taking some of these guns and they're disassembling them and selling them as disassembled parts. So you can buy everything that the firearm is, and see these two handguns right here. That's the serial number item at the top and the serial number item at the bottom, but it's disassembled. So that's how they're selling it to you. You know, so some of the collectible firearms, they're not disassembling them completely, but they're selling them right out, and they're getting a pretty price for them. For instance, here is a coat, Canadian model AR 556 NATO repair parts. They were selling this on Gunbroker for over $2,175. You know what I'm saying? This gun was a part of the buyback program that was out of St. Louis Police Department, and but now it's being resold back on the market. Yeah, and they probably gave those people $75 or $50, maybe $25 for a stick of bubble gum for it. So everybody knows this is happening. The ATF knows this is happening. The local government knows this is happening. The police department knows it's happening. They've been lying to these people the whole time and saying these guns are going to be melted down, smelted down, and turned into a big hunk of metal. It's not happening. It's too much profit in this stuff. They realize, and they're taking these guns, they're getting from the law-abiding citizens. What their law-abiding citizens are doing is they're actually helping out their municipality by giving them a gun for $75, and they take that gun and sell it for $200 or $300, and now they take that money and put it into their government coffers, and now they got more spending power, without actually using the tax revenue. And that's why you see these buyback programs are done once a year, because now I think they're expecting this money to come in as an additional overrun that's not on the books. You know what I'm saying? So you can't budget out for buyback guns because you don't know how many guns you're going to get. You can say, okay, I can budget, I can buy this many amount of gift cards, but some of those people are just so stupid, they just might just say, here's the gun, I don't want anything, I don't want a handout. You got people just that dumb. They will give that gun to them without anything in return, and now that out of 10 guns, that can be a couple grand. You know what I'm saying? That they can take that and resell it. So people are stupid. They're absolutely insane giving up their firearms for the government. Basically, that's what they're doing, supporting their own government. And the government don't even give a damn about them because they just left them unarmed, unprotected, and the law enforcement is not there to protect and serve them. You know what I'm saying? So it is funny that this came out today. And I got to show you some pictures. I took that off too soon. I'll show you some more pictures of all the guns they collected. Look at this. Look at that. Boy, look at that. That's a lot of guns, eh? A lot of rifles. Rifles, like some ARs and shotguns over to the right, and some 1022s. And it's a lot of stuff in there, man. And like I said, I went back to this picture up at the top. You see all the pistols that they got brought into it, and a lot of these churches are doing this stuff. A lot of these churches is totally blind about thinking they're doing a good thing. You got your ARs, you got a heavy, like that's a 7mm right there, rifle at the bottom. And everybody knows it's a high point. You got another 22. You got several handguns, like some 380s. And if you notice up here at the top left, that's a nice stainless what is that, like a Stoger, something like that, 1911. And but it is funny that these guns, none of them been using a crime, none of them are flagged as a crime, or some of them maybe could be stolen, but they wipe the books of that and sell it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that gun ends up back on the street. So everybody knew the gun back buyback program was a joke, and now we see it in black and white that it is a joke. So let's get to the show topic. And the show topic is um but before I do that, I'm gonna show you guys a picture. I got something I want to show you guys here real quick. Let me take this off. I want to show you guys a picture of something I'm working on. Let's see if we can bring it up. Boom, boom, boom. Well, I gotta activate it. That's why. See if we can bring it up. Look at that. Isn't that neat? So that's basically, I am working on bringing the saber tooth tiger into um, a real, character. So I got an artist that I'm working with, and he actually created this for me. And if you notice, the teeth are still nice, like 50 cal bullets, you know. And but I'm gonna get him to turn this character into a real life size saber tooth tiger with body armor and some weapons and stuff. So that's the next project I'm working on, and I'm gonna use that as a probably a backdrop. So just wanted to show you guys that, and and so yeah, tonight's topic: is it better to assemble a rifle or to buy a quality rifle from a to buy a quality a rifle from a quality manufacturer? So like D&D or who's some of the other ones? I'd say Palmetto now, and because they're actually stepping up their game, you know, and all the name guys, the Smith and Wessons, the Rugers, you know what I'm saying? Is it better to assemble a firearm or a nowadays it's almost like, oh yeah, wow, saber tooth Al. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I think Al's calling in. All right, hold on. Let me see. Can I get you, Al? Um, let's see. Go ahead and say something, Al, so I can see if I.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, there he is. There he is. What's going on, man? So we just opened up the topic. Is it better to assemble a rifle or to buy from a quality manufacturer? You know, so
Yeah,
and I was just saying, a lot of the name brands, you got Smith and Wesson, Rugers, and this also goes for pistols too. Because if you guys are noticing, if you go out and look online, you can buy lowers for pistols and get the upper receivers and put them together. And what is nice, okay, and what is nice is you can not only I've been finding lower receivers and not all lower receivers, but upper receivers like the Glock upper receivers. I've been finding them on eBay, and the cats are putting them on bids and stuff. You can and eBay is not shutting them down. That magazines, high capacity magazines. You're finding I think upper receivers. You just can't sell any lower receivers. And there's Al right here. And there he is.
All right.
all right.
There's the master at work. All right. I'm gonna pull you off the phone call. There you go. All right. Let's see if we can hear your mic. Can we hear your mic?
Yeah, testing one, two,
Oh,
three,
okay,
three, two,
there
one.
you go. There he is. So I want to show you this picture, Al.
I
Let me
saw
see
it.
if I.
I was driving with one hand.
Oh, you saw it? You
Oh
saw it?
yeah,
It's tight, huh? I'm gonna release it to the public probably later on this week. And
Battle Cat.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
man. Yeah. So yeah, I found an artist that can do that, man. So that's pretty neat. And so I have in the past, everybody has bought their first AR or AK fully assembled. I always want to put an AK together, but I can never. I mean, the parts kits for the AK is ridiculous. They're expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
They're more expensive than the AR kits, and and you gotta, if you can get your trunnion already pre-formed, but some guys want to form their own trunnions and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because if you form your own trunnion, you don't have to have a serial number. So, but if you get it pre-formed, you gotta have a serial number on it. So, it's actually for me. I'm all once I bought my first AR, which I didn't spend that much on. Back in the day, I think the ARs were like three, maybe 300 or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And or 400. It wasn't expensive at all. So you can uh, you can purchase it. But now you're seeing the prices of ARs. The average AR is over between $700 and $1,300.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the cheap versions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I do see a lot of places. I still see Palmetto is still selling. You can buy a AR, their AR, which has a lifetime warranty, and a dagger pistol. You can still get it for under seven. I think it's $6.99 or something like that. That's
Right.
two items. You know, so I mean that's a hell of a deal. But a lot of these guys, they go out and they buy these expensive dang it offense
Oh Lord. Directly
spending
to you, to both of you. That was a shot. That was a shot right at both of you.
they spending 1,700 $1,800 on a rifle that's not mil spec, it's custom. So you get a lifetime warranty on it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and however, you can't interchange the parts unless it's all dang defense stuff.
Some you got to trim some of the stuff sometimes. It's
Yeah,
harder. It's harder. It's not like a
yeah, it's
drop-in
harder.
part in many
No.
cases.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can actually go out and buy lure receivers that are completely put together for under 100 and I think it was 119, the lowest I seen them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what a mil spec trigger. And you can go and buy yourself a upper receiver, which can cost you from $289 to four, maybe $500. I've seen some clowns buy Daniel Defense uppers and pay $700 for an upper, and I was like, "Come on, dude, that's not the whole upper is worth more than the whole gun." You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
And many, yeah.
Yeah. So you're kind of defeating the purpose. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get that Daniel Defense upper, they don't get that Daniel Defense bolt.
Right.
They don't get that Daniel Defense charging handle. Then they wonder why they having all these jams,
Mm-hmm.
malfunctions. So I don't think a lot of people understand by buying some of these brand companies when you're trying to piece them together, you have to buy all mil spec. You can't buy custom and try to merge it together. It won't work. It just will not work. So I find myself buying parts. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
buying I'm buying lower receivers. I'm putting them together. Um, I like drop-in triggers, but I only buy them when I can find them on sales because drop-in trigger can go from $100 to $300. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So, do you find that having a drop-in trigger, for example, um, any benefit to your shooting ability with a drop-in trigger?
Yes, I find a drop-in trigger on a rifle is very smooth. You know, it's almost it's smooth. It's so smooth that I forget the triggers there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, and the reset on the thing is so smooth and fast that you can't get a you got. I mean, you can't get an accidental discharge with it. I haven't been able to do that. You know what I'm saying? By hitting the reset too soon. But the reset happens so quickly that you don't even notice it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
As long as you can keep your finger on the trigger, you don't even notice it.
See,
With with
one of the
a
things that we talked about earlier, one of the things that what you're saying, for me, it's internal. If it's something that makes the gun function better, let's go. If you're
mm-hmm,
adding it on the outside and it's just something to make it look better, I'm not with that.
mm-hmm.
Because it's weight.
Right.
Outside is going to be more weight,
Yeah.
and you got to
Yeah.
carry that. So
Right.
most people don't think, and you see all these new guys and people that we run across, and they're adding flashlight attachments and peck boxes and
Laser
oversized scopes
rangefinders.
and rangefinder. And with the guy had the magnifier and a red dot and the offset. I'm like, wow, there's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff on the outside of his gun. Not only does it weigh, but it can get tangled up on things. So when I'm in particular, two people that we know, when I was working with them recently, and one of the things that I said to them was, does that make it shoot better? And that's why I was asking you, because a trigger, reducing the trigger weight from 5 pounds to 3.5 pounds is going to
It makes a
technically
huge difference.
makes a big
Yes.
difference.
Huge difference. It's
Exactly.
like night and day. You
Changing
know
the
what I'm
buffer
saying?
weight, changing the
Yeah.
buffer weight, changing the
Yeah.
buffer style.
Or
Get one of those encapsulated buffers is going to give you a smoother gun that's not going to rise up as much.
yes, it does. It makes a difference. Yeah.
Those are things that when you look at people who are assembling their first time rifle, you don't see that on there. And it's like, well,
Right.
why you take the effort to go inside out on a rifle, but you don't put any quality into the rifle?
And a lot of guys don't even take advantage when these chrome nickel bolts come on sale
Right.
for a
Because
hundred
it does.
dollars.
Nobody can see that.
Right.
It's like if they want to take the
Yeah.
gun apart to show you what they have inside. And it's like, buddy, if it shoots good, and you show me by shooting well. That's what I like. Show me by
Right.
shooting well.
Right. Yeah, they put all. Then some of these guys, and see, and that's the problem with assembling your rifle and buying a good quality rifle.
Hmm.
When these guys buy the good quality rifles, they'll spend over $1,300 for this thing,
Easy.
maybe up to 17 to 2,000,
Hmm.
and then they'll add more junk on top of it. You know what I'm saying? That's on the outside, and you're just like, how much stuff are you gonna put on this gun? You know what I'm saying?
And
And
go ahead. I got you. All right.
and
I got
so,
something to follow up with what you're saying right now.
but with the guys with the assemble guys, what they end up doing is putting too much high quality gear on their gun that's all name brand, and it has the same specs as mil spec, but they think it's because it's made by uh clown Whistlefeed. You know what I'm saying? He's the
Mhm.
top of the industry and all this. Everybody's on the internet saying, I'm gonna pay his top dollar and put that on there, and and my gun shoots better. No, it
Right.
doesn't. I've
Mm-mm.
seen you guys shoot.
Right. That's just bragging rights at that point.
Yeah.
That's just saying
Yeah.
that you can afford it, and that's great. Like, if that's what you want to do with your money, that's great. But one of the things, remember this, we were back in the day, not too far gone, maybe 7, 8 years ago. There was a big thing about all AR barrels or all AR receivers were made by the same company, or they all
They are.
right. See, that's what
They
happened.
are.
So
Yeah.
that means that at the point where you're spending twice the amount that I'm spending, that means that you are paying for the advertisement of that company, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily for the quality of that part. Because if everything's coming out of the mills, and like you said, what you always say is mil spec. So if it's in a mil spec design, right, not custom, but a mil spec design, that means that I don't know, let's call a number, $50 lower receiver is the same as your $150 receiver.
Prime example, Anderson.
Hmm.
Anderson lowers. Everybody thought Anderson lowers were crap. Yes, Anderson lowers when they first came out, they did crack. Okay, because they would, it was a brand new company. They had no idea what they were doing. So, but they learned how to perfect their stuff. Okay, so you can still pick up Anderson Lowers for $26, $27 a piece,
Mm-hmm.
or get three of them for $100 or something like that,
Right.
and they work. I run an Anderson Lower, and it hasn't broke on me yet. I've been running it for years, haven't cleaned it, haven't done anything.
Is
Got a
that the
drop-in
little
trigger.
yellow one?
Yes, that's an
Yeah.
Anderson Lower, and I got a German upper on it.
When I first met you, which was like not when we first like glimpsed
Yeah,
at each other, that was almost 9 years ago.
right.
I think the very next time we were in some kind of grouping, and I remember that rifle being thrown out on a bag of yours, and I
Hmm.
looked at it and it was like, wow. And then as we get together and we start doing this, I see that same damn rifle again. I'm like, oh, that was his, because it was like it's beat. It's a beater looking rifle. It's what's your barrel length on it? Maybe 14?
10.5.
10.55. I know it's a
Yeah.
short barrel. It's the paint is chipping in some parts, in other parts it's full. And every time I see you take it out, it's like this is the last time this thing's gonna work. And it keeps coming back for more. It keeps coming
Yep.
back. And I think what you might be kind enough every once in blue moon, put some oil on it.
You made me put some oil on it one day.
I would leave it alone. I would
you,
leave
made
it
me,
alone.
you made me put oil on it.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Right, exactly. So that's why I said I was just gonna shove it out there. Like every once in a while, I get some oil. It's
Right.
like, damn, when the last time you oiled that thing? And you're like, dude,
Right.
come on, man. I'll lend you. I got plenty of oil. All right. But then he's like, you gonna actually do it? You gonna keep talking? I said, yeah, bro, you gotta put some oil. It needs a little bit of oil every once in a while.
I'm just trying to go see how long this thing's gonna last before it falls apart.
Bro, that thing it's got a mind of its own. It ain't going
Yeah.
anywhere. It's immortal.
Yeah, I mean, it just keep right on trucking, and it's all. I mean, that gun cost me less than $400 to put together.
Right. So
You know what I'm saying?
you mentioned something earlier, and I looked something up because I remembered. So you were talking about building guns. There's only one place, like especially AKs, that I know of, and I'm sure there may be others, and anybody watching or put it in the comments. But Rifle Dynamics actually does a class, and a buddy of mine went to one of these classes, and you actually build the rifle from
From
trunnion,
scratch.
You fold it, yeah, and it's 1,700 is the lowest price that you can get in. It's 1,775, and it's looks like a basic AK.
Right.
And they have if you want something more exotic, there's an $1,800 class, and then there's a $2,000 class. And that one it says it's the RD 603 MK2 build class. And I'm telling you, I've seen pictures of this class. They actually build the rifle. And Jim Fuller, who was probably the most knowledgeable American in reference to AKs, or at least touted as that, he teaches that class. And I don't know if at the time that my buddy went through it, he was the one that actually showed up, and he was surprised. He thought it would be like an adjunct instructor, but he actually showed up to do the class. And then there's another one like with ARs, right? With ARs, all the parts are already assembled somewhere, so nobody's
Yeah,
actually ever building an AR.
It's just a Lego set.
Right. And
That's all it is.
That's one of the things that gets me, because I watched this video the other day, and she's new, and I gave her gave her points for that. Okay, but she said, "Look at my new Glock build."
Yeah, she
And all
ain't
it
built
was
shit.
is she just added a light to it and a mag well.
Oh, dude, I'm on the Dagger PSA Dagger site, and these guys every day they post, "Look at my new build. Look at my new build." I was like, "You didn't build that.
You didn't build that, and
You assembled it. You bought the lower, bought the upper."
Two old farts sitting on this screen here. We got more like, yeah, that's not built. I talked to guys who are armorers and guys that actually build, and they say, "No, I just assemble." And then I said,
Right.
"What do you think about this?" And then one guy in particular that I know, he does rifles, ARs on a regular basis. And he's like, I said, "What do you mean? You can't shrug your shoulders on that." And he's like, yeah, whatever. I understand what they're saying. I said, "See, you're the reason why people say clip." And he started laughing. He said, "No, I will correct him on that." I said, "See, you correct him
Yeah.
on clip, but you won't correct him on build." Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's because that's the new thing. The new thing is turning away from the. Well, it was too expensive to do the AK builds. I mean, the AK assemble. Well, actually, the AK builds is too expensive. So a lot of people were buying the. You can still get the stripped down Polish AKs from a. I think it's Atlanta Arms. I think no Atlanta something. I can't remember. And you can get them for $700 without
In a
the
kit?
furniture. Yeah, it's a kit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a kit. And let me see, can I find it?
Because
And
even Palmettos is almost eight, 9 somewhere around that area.
yeah,
So
I have
they're
two palmettos right now. Well, I have one palmetto, and I paid seven for their palmetto AK, and then I bought the that Polish AK with the paratrooper style,
mm-hmm.
and I bought that for under seven too from palmetto, but it's not theirs, and so I got two paratrooper AKs and um, two one fixed stock and one folded stock. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're showing. I'm trying to see real quick. The cheapest I'm seeing right now is $6.99, and that's the
Yeah, that's stripped down.
classic polymer, right? Yep,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
basic. Most of them are between 940, 890, and I've seen a couple thousand, 1,300. I
Oh,
mean,
it's it. They can go all the way up to 15, 1600.
well, yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, if somebody's trying to get in and just get a rifle,
Oh,
not necessarily go for the
I say anybody's trying to get in and get any rifles, don't go anywhere else except Palmetto. Buy the Palmetto style. They have the AKs that are 9 millimeters. They got the you can get the ARs,
223. Mm-hmm.
the 223. They have their own version of an AR, which is pretty the Jackal. I think it's the Jackal, right? And is pretty good. And they also have their AKs, so you can't go wrong. And their prices are still reasonable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, especially somebody that's not savvy enough to realize the difference between one rifle and another. Palmetto's a good example.
Hmm. So WK said he bought his first AR, but after that he
Here we go.
assembled my my AR parts by parts.
Right.
Yeah, but seeing like I said, some of these guys they take these AR parts and they want a. There's I've seen guys spend almost $250 on a Loris receiver
Mm.
stripped,
What's so
and thinking
special about
that's
it though?
it's the same material.
Right.
They're still mil spec, nothing special about it. Then they get the $300 to $400 drop in trigger. Some of these guys think the more money they spend on parts, that the parts are going to run better and they're going to be a better shooter. Now, when you watch these young Call of Duty guys, when they do that, and this go around, if they ever do a shoot, if you ever do a shoot around these guys with a bunch of these tricked out guns, you will hear them talk about what manufacturer parts they have on their guns.
Mm.
That's all they're talking about. They don't talk about how great they are a shooter. They're talking about it's almost like when you got car guys and they'll talk about I got these rims, I got these tires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking the
Yeah,
same thing when I said that about
right.
having the stuff on the outside. Yep.
That's what they're talking about. They'll sit there and then they say to the guy, well, I'm gonna change that out and put and get another part and put on there. And they'll spit out another name brand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, what the hell? Why are you guys so hung up on name brand stuff?
You
You
can't shoot.
spending yeah, and you can't shoot. Take that money and go spend it on some classes and get yourself
Ammo. Mm-hmm.
an ammo and become a
Yep.
better shooter.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but they don't do that.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's just ridiculous.
And the thing about it is they spend that kind of money, and on average, because I just did a real quick search. On average, you're talking about 19 to 25,000 rounds per barrel. Most of these people are not gonna shoot that out in their lifetime.
See,
Most of these guys trade these guns out so fast.
see the term "built." He said the WK said,
I
"I
know he's
built
doing
my
it on
rifle from
purpose.
scratch." Oh yeah,
I know.
not assembled but built. He
Right.
said, "Yeah, you should have put quotations around the word built."
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, did he press out the receiver? Did he
right?
press out the upper and lower?
Or yeah, or not press it out, but what's the other? Mill it out. Mill out.
millet, no,
Yeah.
yeah, mill,
Yeah.
and
Did
then
you mill it out?
the barrel has to be a big block that turns into a cylinder.
Right. You
That's
cut
what
the
I'm talking
barrel
about.
out.
The real, when you really watch and you see a rifle come to life, and you see this huge square or rectangle, and then the lathe gets on there and it just shears it all down, and then you start to see the formation of a barrel that's actually going to be used and usable. That's what I'm talking about. Build. That's a build. That's a guy that's getting his hands in there. Not, you go to the store and you say, I'll take one of those and take one of those. I want this part and that part. That's what we all could do. And
Right.
really, the bad thing about it, and you just said about the Lego set, most of these guys, especially new guys that are getting in, they're buying guns and they're buying parts and putting guns together and not realizing that there's a headspace and timing
Yeah.
of the rifle. And I've
Oh
seen
yeah.
some of those problems. Now the
Yeah.
mechanical guns, I call them mechanical, but it's not mechanical. But the non-gas guns, those
Mm-hmm.
ones, are a little bit easier. But when you have to make sure that things are running fine and staking the key on the gas tube, I see a lot of that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, guys, you just don't know. Those are little those little details that you have to
Right.
know about in order to know how to fix it. And when you see these problems, they have no clue because you're brand new to this. You gotta
Right.
find, like you always mention to the guys that the reload. You gotta find somebody that knows what they're doing, that gives you their old recipes, or you can go to and say, "Hey, I did this. What's going on? What am I doing wrong?" And they can
Mm-hmm.
correct you.
Right.
And then YouTube's not that guy.
No, it's not that guy.
Yep.
Now YouTube has changed and it's going to give you a bunch of Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic Firearms is
Oh
what I was
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
That place is if you're looking for a good gun and if you got the cash and you want to find something either old or something new or something exotic, go there. And they also sell ammunition too. And but you can get you something pretty good and you just have it shipped to a local FFL.
Hmm.
I said, WK said, okay, Al, I built AR-15 and bolt action rifles. Come spring, you're gonna find out. Oh, he's talking about um
Either one,
uh
either the meet and greet or the other
the
one.
meet and greet. Yeah,
Yeah, I got
April.
you.
It's April. Yeah.
Mhm. We'll
And
see. I understand, but you said, Bill, I want to see pictures of you cutting those barrels and cutting the metal to shape your receiver.
uh-huh. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, because they here's the let me I'm gonna display this real quick
Mhm.
from Atlanta. Uh from Atlanta Firearms. See right here, guys. So you can actually get you a stripped down
Mhm.
Romanian AK-47, and it comes everything except the furniture. So it has the bolt, everything that's in there. Only thing you need is just furniture, but it's a blemish kit. I mean, it's got some battle damage on it, so it actually works. But
Right.
it's just a do-it-yourself kit. You may have to change out a few parts. You know what I'm saying?
We'll
You
give you the
know,
formation in the start. Like, yeah, I
right.
see.
Or you can go ahead and spend for a real Russian Tula. You look at that $1,700
Damn.
stripped down.
Mhm.
It's not stripped down. It's just no furniture.
Right. And then
You
after
know.
that, that's about, I would say about four to add everything up. You put quality.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you want some good grips, some good furniture and stuff on there, yeah, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you pretty penny. You know,
Right.
but
Because I
it'll
see
be worth it.
guys recently, and I don't know where this came from, but they're going backwards. They're retroing. So everything is like the
Going back to old wood.
M16 and AKs are going back to wood. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm staying
Yeah.
away with this plastic.
Let me see. Can I find it? Palmetto is selling their version of the Car 15.
Yeah,
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 hmm
and it's like $5.99. And let's see. And, and it's yeah, here it is. Found it right off. I'm surprised. Usually I can't find anything. and it is nice. I mean, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's tempting to want to buy.
Right.
You know
It's
what
a
I'm
good
saying?
retro look too.
Yeah, it's the old car 15 look, and it's got the 11.5 inch barrel. And look at the price,
Right.
four
That's
ninety
that.
nine. You
That's
know what I'm
almost
saying?
unbeatable, bro.
Yeah, and it's theirs. So, I mean, man, it's tempting, bro.
Yeah.
It's very
And
tempting.
looking at it, it looks like does that hit that carry handle come off?
No, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Let me see. I think.
I can't see.
I think.
Yes,
Let
it
me see.
does. I just saw the two bolts. Yep,
Oh
there it
yeah,
is.
it comes off right
Oh
there.
man,
Yeah,
that'd be yeah. See, that's
yeah,
why I don't. That's why I don't mess with you, bro.
yeah. I
Too
mean, that's
tempting.
that's very tempting.
You see, your ass to just put it in the cart and be gone. And I ain't gonna be sitting there talking about what if I don't eat this week, and next week I eat ramen.
Let's look at some of the features on this thing. So it's got the Molly Chrome barrel,
Mm-hmm.
1 and 7 twists. So it's got the A2 flash hider.
In this day and age, this is a good starter gun for
Hmm.
anybody
Oh,
because
this is a good collector's piece.
that too. But I mean, guys that are just getting in, everybody wants a short barrel gun, and everybody wanted those pistols before. This puts you right in the middle of that.
Hmm.
You got the legality of the length, of total length of the gun. You don't
Hmm.
have to worry about any of that stuff.
That's a good
Seriously,
looking good gun.
WK. Seriously, I was thinking that. That's why I
What
was
do you say?
waiting. He said you need a tax stamp for that.
You sure? I don't think so. I
He
don't
said, but you
think
got
so.
to get a
This is
tax stamp because it's being an SBR. That's why I was
it
looking.
says this
But I
is a
think
it says pistol. Hold on, I'll pull it back up. This is a pistol.
an
This is an
overall
AR
length,
pistol.
too. That's what I was looking at.
Overall length is
Okay, yeah.
it's
Look at
got
the
a
back. Okay,
1.5 barrel. This is an AR pistol. You do not need a tax stamp for this
right. You see that? It
at
says
all.
pistol carbine.
Yeah, it's a pistol.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why they got a brace on the end of it.
Right.
That's not a stock. That's a
Yeah.
brace.
When I
It
saw that
clearly
there was no
states in
rubber, I
the
realized.
description. It says brace. Where did I see it at? Oh, these are brace pistols designed and intended for use for forearm brace for more stabilizing. So they're pistols. You don't need a
It says they are neither designed nor intended to be fired from the shoulder.
no.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what they're doing.
So
I
you
get it
don't need a
now.
tax stamp. It's not an SBR.
Right.
Yeah. So that's a good price.
Mm-hmm.
$4.99.
See, there you go.
But jump
I,
on people with taxes. I think it's like 450, 460, something like that. Because you got shipping too.
you
You
mean
know.
five?
Yeah, it'd be close to five. I think it'd be like
Mm-hmm.
4.7. I mean, 579, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make another
Okay. He
plea.
said, okay. A brace. It looked like it was a stock. My bad. Pull it up, man, and sweat. Pull it up, sweat.
So I'm gonna make a plea, Palmetto. Please give this guy a
Oh
discount code, please. You
man,
got tag Palmetto movies when we post it.
I want to meet the guy anyway because he's a veteran
Mm-hmm.
and the owner's a veteran.
You ride
And
out to Savannah. I seen was it
we should
um
we should
was it
ride out there and do a show.
yeah, Trump was out there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was out
He
there.
went to Palmetto. Yeah.
Yes, he sure did. Yeah, and they sold out just about everything.
I bet the whole
Yeah.
crowd, everybody.
Hmm. Yeah, we should ride out there and do a show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometime in 2024. I
Yep.
think that'll be pretty good. See if I can
It's
contact
right
him.
there
See
in
if he
Savannah, and hell, we can just go across the border at that point and go to South Carolina. Go to
what's
headquarters. This is South
that's
Carolina.
that's where the headquarters is at.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's where Palmetto is.
No, he got 7 different stores. He's not just one store. He's got 7.
I know, but I think the headquarter one is in Palmetto. Is a South Carolina name. It's the name of a area in South
They
Carolina.
got one in Columbia, South Carolina, one in Greenville, South Carolina, one in Somerville, South Carolina, one in Savannah, Georgia, one in
Yeah, the main headquarters is Columbia.
Ridgeland,
Hmm.
South Carolina, Swansea, South Carolina. Let's see, what's the other one? Denver, North Carolina, Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, Charleston. I mean, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. That's not 7 stores. That's more than one. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9.
Right.
That's now you got 9 stores.
9 stores. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
The one in Denver. What do you call that?
Um, Denver, North Carolina.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Denver,
yeah,
North
Denver, North
Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah,
And
they're
then
all over the place.
Savannah. All over South Carolina.
They're all over South Carolina. I mean, we got that one here in Savannah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
One in North Carolina and one in South Carolina. So they got everything covered. One
mm-hmm,
north of them, the main hub in South Carolina and Georgia.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Myrtle Beach store is the newest store.
Mm-hmm.
That's the newest one that just opened. The Myrtle Beach store. You know they about to make a mint in Myrtle Beach. You know,
Mm-hmm.
man, I
What
wish they.
they already making.
Yeah, I wish they put one right here in Atlanta. To tell you the truth,
Maybe.
you know,
Maybe. Probably some on the
PSA's in South
outskirts.
Carolina base headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I wish they put one here in Atlanta. That would be.
Why? You
Yep.
just gonna sit outside?
Yeah, I'll just have my check just straight drafted.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Your wife
I
not
have
gonna
store
be happy.
credit.
Every
You
time
know
your
what I'm
wife
saying?
need to find you, all she do is go down to Palmetto. There he is.
Oh man. I mean, yeah. I mean, once I got turned on to them about their firearms, it's like, I mean, I haven't been able to break them. You know what I'm saying? The good quality stuff. They got the lifetime warranty. Me and you seen the lifetime warranty in real action
Oh,
with somebody.
yeah.
Yeah. And no questions asked. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they pay for everything. You know? So,
And very benevolent.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Some
can.
other companies would have told that guy to beat sand.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
knows if he's watching. He knows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was one of those things because you came through the door, kicking doors in, and then realized when they told you what the deal was, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
my bad.
Yep.
And then
And
they
they
said,
said,
don't
you
worry
know
about
what?
it. We'll make good for you.
We'll make good for you.
Yep.
That's amazing that they
It
did
is.
that.
It
Yeah.
is. And
Once I saw that, I
mhm,
was like, okay, I'm
right.
going to continue to buy stuff from these guys.
And at
I'm
that
going to
point,
continue.
you already sold before that, but
Yeah, I was sold before that.
you witnessed it in the workings that it actually
Mm-hmm.
that they do have. And I mean, this is two guys in customer service. It's not
Mm-hmm.
even the upper echelon of the company,
Mm-hmm.
and they already have the authorization to make sure things go smooth.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, I had also had some stuff. I had some 22 rounds stolen by FedEx. They reimbursed me my money.
damn.
Um, no questions asked. Then remember I had one of my PSA Rock 57 pistols wouldn't feed, and they sent an email back to me saying, "Go ahead and
Cut it.
no." They said buff the ramp.
Yeah, cut it.
Who the
I'm
hell
teasing.
is yeah? Who the hell is just gonna say but do that? They said if
Right.
it don't work after you buff it, we'll give you a new one.
Right. That's what I said. Just go ahead and put a Dremel on that damn thing. Cut it down.
Right,
Smooth it out a
right,
little bit. Like, what?
right. It should work. If it don't work, let us know.
Exactly. You're
We'll
not
take care.
satisfied, we'll take care of you.
Right.
Right.
Who does that?
Mm-hmm.
Telling you to do your own work, and if it don't work,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna
We'll
take
cover
care.
you for you not knowing what you're doing.
Right.
Imagine a dude that doesn't know how to work a Dremel.
Yeah, honed out the top instead of the bottom.
And see, but they got you because they know they don't know you, so they say we hope that you know what you're doing. Just take a little bit off at a time. But if you're somebody that's go
Right.
next you know go, I don't know what happened.
Right.
Don't worry about it. We got you.
Right. And when I did it, it worked perfect.
Right.
You know, sent them an email back and they said, right on.
Dude. Next week, the Dremel. We have to come up with a discussion about the Dremel.
Oh.
Every person that we probably know, especially when we were competing, has at least one Dremel. And I'm sure WK has probably 2 or 3 different Dremels by this time.
Yeah, I have a Dremel, but I will not put a Dremel on my firearm.
Me neither. I have a
No,
drill, but I use it for other things. I never
it
use.
doesn't go near my firearm.
No, man, there's dudes cutting as soon as they get a Glock, they smooth out the trigger. Like,
Yeah,
bro, just shoot it, just shoot it.
right.
Everything that you just did in about a month's time, mine's gonna be there. Mine's gonna be the
Hmm.
same thing. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Or they take the Dremel and be cutting grooves in the
Mm.
side and all this stuff.
Cut the damn fingers out and all that.
Yeah.
Like, man,
And a lot of these gangsters put sticky tape on their guns. You know what I'm saying?
really?
Yeah.
That
They're
like that
starting to,
skateboard stuff or the other one?
yeah. Either the skateboard stuff, or some type of, it's like a sticky thing to help them with their grip. I'll be seeing all these hood gangster dudes doing it. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, one
Thinking
of the
they'd give
things
them a better grip.
what I saw guys cutting out the underneath the finger, and I have Generation 3 Glocks.
That
I
is
don't have no
dangerous.
4s, I don't have no 5s, but it hurts, and and I've been in classes, and you go to 1,000 round count, and you get that wear mark on your finger.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
switch hands. I
The
switch hands.
shooters, yeah, the
Yeah,
shooters
that knuckle,
thing.
that wear
Yeah.
on your knuckle, right? I
Right.
just switch hands after a while. That's who I am, but I switch hands.
Just
But
put
I
a
seen
band-aid on it.
right. Some people do that, but I've seen guys cut that, and that area now is weaker.
Mm-hmm.
Seen where right at that point, where it snaps off. And this is before the dagger was introduced. And guys would then either buy another gun or complain and talk about how bad the Glock is. And it's like
After they damaged it.
yeah, you cut
Yeah.
material off that an engineer just said that it needs to be here, but you said no and you took it off, and now you're complaining.
Yeah, because it voids the warranty with Glock.
Yeah,
Yeah, you cannot replace it at that point.
no. And rightfully so. I mean, you got somebody that comes up and they design this gun to be like this, and then you decide, I'll just take this piece off. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's yours. You can do
Yep.
whatever you want with it.
Just owned it.
Don't look for any support.
Yep. All right. I think we talked enough.
Yeah, man.
We'll be back Sunday, guys, and that'll be just before. When is
2 weeks.
oh, it's
Not
Thanksgiving.
next week. The following.
You know what I was asking about
Yes,
Christmas.
sir.
You want to do a Christmas Eve show?
I'm available.
Oh, you are?
Hmm.
Okay. Santa Claus ain't coming to your house.
Man, we got a.
I'm beating him up.
We're putting a net over the house.
I'm pissed.
Mhm.
better bring my ammo. That's all Santa Claus is for me, is an ammo bearer.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll do show on the 17th and the 24th of Christmas, and we'll go from there. Like I said, guys, the meet and greet is on April 21st, and that's going to be Attack Bay. I think it's going to be Attack Bay 1. I think that one was approved. I have to double check something because I know he came back, so there was a couple of bays I couldn't get, and I was like, nope. Oh, give me Bay 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens. So let's see what else. I think that's it. Oh, we're on YouTube, Twitter. What? Not Twitter. What's the Twitch? Kick and Rumble. Please, on YouTube and Rumble, especially you guys on Rumble, please like the show. Go and subscribe to the Two Alphas Talk Show. I'm seeing you guys watch. I see your numbers. I know you're watching. So don't be acting like you're not watching. You know what I'm saying? And and help us out. Just give us a thumbs up. You guys are starting to do it. I just need you guys to do it a little bit more.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not costing you nothing. Simple effort. If the show's good, give us a thumbs up. You haven't been giving us thumbs down, so you must be liking the material. So other than that, buy ammunition and get everything you're gonna get before January, because it goes up
Oh yeah.
7%.
No telling what's going to happen after that.
No. So you got anything, Al?
Yep. Do something to defend the Second Amendment.
That's right. Go and join the Right to Bear on our website.
Mhm.
Use product code SABRE, and that'll defend the Second Amendment.
That
All right.
is, defend yourself too.
Yep. We'll see you guys. Let me find my button.